YouTubers, what's up? It is your boy Deluxe Man, bringing you yet another WWE Monday Night Raw review. And this is my thoughts on the November 9th edition of Monday Night Raw. Overall grade, I'll give it a C. I felt like the show had some stuff that was good. I loved the ending. I loved some of the matches in the tournament. But overall, I wouldn't watch it again. Don't think it was worth watching more than once. So, gonna give it a solid C. Not one of these, maybe a C minus, maybe a C plus. No, a solid C. I just kind of felt like it was very basic by the book. What they did was good to hype up Survivor Series. We started the Survivor Series tournament tonight on Raw. It was 16 men. It's a 16-man tournament. And just like the Deadly Games back in 1998, if you win the tournament, you go on to the next round, which will be the quarterfinals, and then semifinals and finals will happen at Survivor Series. So this was round one, and we kick off the show with Triple H announcing that Seth Rollins will not be able to compete because he's out injured. He has been stripped of the championship, and then he brings out Roman Reigns. And here is where it gets interesting, because he tells Roman Reigns, because you are the number one contender, you don't really have to be in the tournament. As a matter of fact, you could just take the belt right now, because you're already number one contender. You already earned this shot. Here's the deal, though. You will have to become the new man, the new authority, handpicked guy. And this is where Triple H is at his best. This is where he shines as a heel. I like when he tries to sway people. He tries to get at what they like, get inside their head and work them. That's what he's good at. I love it when he gets that way. And, I felt like this promo that he cut on Roman Reigns talking about do it for your family. How does it feel to try hard and always come close but just not be good enough to get it? I like that he talked about Brock Lesnar. I like that he talked about the Royal Rumble and everything like that. How it doesn't matter that even if the fans don't accept you, you're going to be criticized. You're going to get heat. But what really matters is you're the champion. And of course, since Roman Reigns is the babyface, he's going to say, no, I'm going to do it the right way because I'm Roman freaking Reigns. And Triple H says, okay, fine with me. Get to the back of the line. Not a lot of people like this, and I can understand. Some people saw it as WWE kind of shoving it in your faces, like, Roman Reigns, is it going to turn heel? Yammer, 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 now. Me? I don't know. The way I see it, it's like, well, he just said no today. What if he gets further along in the tournament and decides, you know what, Triple H? I want to take you at your word now. It could happen. I mean, The Rock back in 1998 didn't turn heel until the last match in the tournament. Up to the last match, he was a babyface. You never know. Not saying it's gonna happen. Trust me. Please don't put stock in a Roman Reigns heel turn. Don't put stock in anyone turning heel. As a matter of fact, I know some of you are going, what if Dean Ambrose turns heel? I don't even think that would work. Dean Ambrose as the authority's handpicked guy after what the hell he went through with Seth Rollins in 2014, 2015, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. If anybody turns heel, it will be Roman Reigns, unless they go a completely different route with Dean Ambrose. We'll see. I really like that opening segment, though, because it at least planted the seeds of a future heel turn with Roman Reigns. Not saying it will happen, but I like that they planted the seeds. Roman Reigns fought the Big Show, and I think we all know who won that match. It was Big Show. No, I'm joking. It was freaking Roman Reigns. Of course. Of course. I think we can all agree that Roman Reigns is going to the finals. Right? No doubt. Then we got Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. Ziggler won his match. I think it was Dean Ambrose versus Tyler Breeze. Unfortunately, Tyler Breeze lost that match clean. I was kind of hoping Ziggler would interfere and cost Tyler Breeze his match, but that didn't happen. Ambrose goes on to round 2, or the quarterfinals next week. And then it was Kevin Owens versus Titus O'Neil. Kevin Owens won that match, so those 4 advanced. And Cesaro won his match. got a huge pop, by the way. Cesaro's just an awesome performer. It's like every audience he comes up to just loves him even more than the last one. And he had a really good match against Sheamus. Probably the best match of the night. And he goes on to round 2 in the tournament. Yeah, Cesaro's going on to fight Roman Reigns next week. That's going to be really interesting. Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. That's probably the last thing they wanted to do. You know, if I'm going to make Roman Reigns a babyface champion, I want to get him away from people like Cesaro. Because fans being as invested as they are in Cesaro, you know goddamn well they're not going to like to see him lose against Roman Reigns. So, we might end up hurting Roman Reigns in that aspect if we're trying to make him a babyface champion. If that's the idea. Also, think about this. If he wins the championship, most likely he'll end up beating Ambrose and Cesaro. Maybe Cesaro, Ryback, and Ambrose. That's just like a slew of baby faces. I would have said Del Rio, but based off of his promo tonight, he's a heel. He just came out and insulted the audience. They're heels. I'm a heel. Hate me. It's just boring, man. I liked Del Rio when he was just a wrestler, and the audience decided to boo or cheer him. They're just gonna make him a heel. And I'm sorry, I'm not buying into this whole Mex America propaganda between Zeb Coulter and Del Rio. I'm just not buying it. And I'm sure as hell not going to like this feud between Jack Swagger and Del Rio. That's going to suck. That's going to really, really suck. Del Rio's in one of the matches, and it's Kalisto versus Ryback, and then it's Neville versus King Barrett. I forgot. No, it's Del Rio versus Stardust. There you go. Stardust. Other stuff that happened. Paige fought Becky Lynch. I liked what they did afterwards. Paige lost to Becky Lynch because she tried to pull her tights, and Becky got one over her, and then Paige beat the shit out of her, and then Charlotte came out to booze because we're in New England. Of course, the show was taped ahead of time, so those of you who saw spoilers already knew what happened. I didn't see spoilers because I wanted to go in with fresh eyes. Paige Becky Lynch was it was alright. I kind of expected better out of them, but what we got wasn't, insulting. It was just kind of like, alright, it happened. That's it. Yeah, after that, we had the New Day. New Day was awesome. The crowd really received New Day. They took on Neville and the Usos. New Day won. Does this mean we're going to get 10,000 matches between the Usos and the New Day? Great! Woo! Because I can't wait for that. Shoot me. But what we ended the show on was a really, really good segment. The Bray Wyatt eulogy for Undertaker and Kane. Last week, Bray Wyatt said he owned the souls of Taker and Kane. This felt like the old Bray Wyatt. It was really, really cool. I really like what they are doing with Bray Wyatt, Taker, and Kane, and this whole storyline between the Brothers of Destruction and the Wyatt family. But after his promo, the gong kicks, the gong tolls, and out comes Taker and Kane. They get into the ring to confront Bray Wyatt, who just stands there. And then the Wyatt family, lights go off, lights come on, the Wyatt family appears. And it's just this awesomeness aura. Brothers of Destruction versus the Wyatt family. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, let's go, let's go. It's really awesome, man. Loved it. That's one of those moments I look forward to as a wrestling fan. That's just old school, man. I just wish they would have kept the Wyatt family strong and never broke them up. This would have felt a lot bigger if that was the case. The brawl was great. The Brothers of Destruction gets one over the Wyatt family, which is really cool. I liked it, man. I really liked that ending. I cannot wait for whatever match they do at Survivor Series. I think it might just end up being the Brothers of Destruction versus the Wyatt family. All four of them. I thought it was going to be like Sting, Kane, and Taker, or Lesnar, Sting, Kane, and Taker versus the Wyatt family. Yeah, that might be a little too much. And me hoping for too much. I'll admit that. Yeah, guys, give me your thoughts about Raw. Let me end the show on this. There's only been a few wrestlers that I brought shirts from. Well, folks, it's about time I add a new shirt to that collection. Because next week, Roman Reigns will go 1-on-1 with the King of Swing, Cesaro! You know, I always get these opportunities to be a fan. How a guy that loves the sport of wrestling show his fandom. I finally got my shirt. And you know what? The odds are against this guy. The odds are 90 to 10. Or 10 to 90. However you want to see it. You know what? See this shirt? You see this? This says, I am invested in Cesaro. I paid money to see Cesaro. I am paying money to root for Cesaro. I am paying money, investing my time and my fandom into a guy that I believe can make money for the WWE. And next week, when he fights Roman Reigns, and everyone is saying, oh, this guy isn't going to win, I'm going to be the main one, sitting on the edge of my seat and going, Cesaro, 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 King of Swing. It's going to be a fun match. It's going to be an awesome match. I am going to love Cesaro versus Roman Reigns next week. That should be the main event, without a shadow of a doubt. And they are going to tear the house down. I am excited. I cannot wait for it. I know the outcome, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy the ride. There are rarely opportunities for me as a wrestling fan to get invested into the product, because it always feels like I'm critical. Next week, I get an opportunity to be a fan. Just like this week when I saw the Undertaker and Kane take on the Wyatt family. I'm going to enjoy this match next week. Whether he wins or not, doesn't matter. Roman Reigns will go 1-on-1 with the great... Wait, sorry, wrong line. He will go 1-on-1 with the professional, with the King of Swing, my boy, Cesaro.